Dia adalah seorang ibu yang penuh kasih.
Hello?
Hello, hi Shira.
Hi.
Kita akan interview seorang yang menjaga ahli keluarga yang menjadi dementia.
Okay.
So, my name is Shamil. You go over to office, okay?
Okay, nanti you send address Thank
Okay,
you.
alright. Bye-bye.
Bye. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Hi.
Hai.
Hi, welcome to our
Oh,
house.
thank you. Oh, cantik rumah. So usually around this time, apa rutin dia?
She's now living in a different room.
Oh,
so, because she now needs more care.
Oh.
So you can see here, like we've gotten the hospital bed,
Okay.
and we have a dedicated helper to help her at night.
Oh, okay. Daddy sihat? Allah, boleh nampak happy.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Where's my phone?
Your phone. Boleh tadi. Okay.
Jom.
She's good with the stairs already.
Yeah, she's fast
Yeah, she's fast.
Boleh pelan-pelan. Yeah.
I can terbang.
You can terbang? Alamak. Okay, I also want to terbang lah with you. Kan? Daddy suka tengok TV? Suka tengok TV?
Semua boleh.
Wah, semua boleh. Daddy suka tengok cerita apa? Cerita Piramli? Suka.
Usually at about 10 o'clock, she usually sits there. We sometimes put the TV on, but it depends on her mood. So usually if she's tired, then she will lie down a bit. So every day is a bit different now. So previously, when she could still walk on her own and all that before the fall, she'll be walking around this whole house and she'll go up and down, and then she'll go to the garden and all that kind of stuff.
Aktif lah Daddy suka makan apa?
Don't need to makan lah.
No need to makan. Oh, patutlah badan seksi macam model.
Ya ke?
Ya.
Alamak, where I give you $10.
Okay, come, let's go dancing. Come, we dancing, come.
Macam mana? Like that?
Oh lah, we dancing.
Yeah.
Yes, we dancing. I also happy dancing. You also happy dancing with me. Let's dancing. Alah, they're so precious. What's your name?
I got no name.
In 2010, I was still in uni in Sydney. Once I was done with uni, I came back in 2013. That was when I started sharing a room with my grandma. So I used to have my own room, but then because she has dementia, I would say that's when it started.
So masa baru-baru Daddy menghidap penyakit dementia ni, apakah tanda-tanda awal yang anda lihat?
Tanda-tandanya tak menonjol terus ya. Ia memakan masa yang panjang. Selalunya terlupa mana taruh kunci ke, terlupa taruh garam dalam lauk ke, ya. So pelan-pelan lah, ya. So dementia adalah satu penyakit yang mulanya tidak ada orang tahulah, ya. Tapi ia boleh menjadi satu penyakit yang agresif, ya. Pada kami sekeluarga, kami sudah terlihat apa yang terjadi dengan ibu saya, ya. Seorang yang sangat aktif. Dulu seorang chef, ia satu orang yang boleh pergi ke Malaysia seorang diri atau dengan jiran-jirannya. Satu kumpulan mak-mak yang 60-an, 70-an, ya. Amat menyedihkan lah, ya, kerana penyakit tu basically absorb your life.
Does she still remember you now, who you are?
She remembers my dad, so she knows my dad by name. She doesn't know me by name sometimes, but what I take comfort in is that she actually responds to daddy, which is nenek, and I feel like, you know, that in a way is still, you know, she remembers she's my nenek lah, you know.
Saya pun memang grow up dengan nenek saya, macam like third parent kan. Kalau ibu bapa keluar bekerja, mereka yang jaga makan minum kita dan sebagainya. Pernah tak it catches you off guard where macam bila you tengok nenek dah tak aktif, dah lupa-lupa?
I didn't understand the disease in terms of like what exactly that entailed, but I remember like being very like, I mean, I definitely cried, and I didn't know. I mean, the moment you get diagnosed, you actually don't know how long you have with, you know, your grandma. In terms of like physically, she might be there, but you know, mentally, is she gonna be the same person? I think when she like stopped cooking, that was like one of the major signs. So I think if you ask me to pinpoint like, okay, like this is going to be very different. So she always used to cook like Hari Raya, like that was the main. I mean, everyone knows like, you know, our house has the best food. So that was like, and Hari Raya is my favorite holiday. Like, as in terms of like, that's the one thing that I miss when I'm away. So there was this one year where she literally just went like, oh, I forgot how to cook. Like, I really don't know how to like start this. And this was the day before Raya. And that was when I remember like we had to all like kind of chipped in, and she was always very protective over the kitchen in terms of she didn't want us to like help her out. But obviously because we grew up seeing how to cook, like I guess we knew like, okay, she does certain things when, you know, when she does certain dishes. So we all kind of chipped in and was like, okay, I think she does this before this. And then we kind of got the dishes out, but obviously it tasted the same, but it didn't look the same. So I think that was the main, one of the main like events I would say that was like, oh, you know, it's going to be different now. You know, now moving forward, she's not going to cook like Raya food. I mean, there was this one time where she completely forgot how to come home. And she managed to call us and tell us like, okay, I'm like here somewhere in Bedok. And then we picked her up. And that was when we all came to that conclusion that, you know, she shouldn't be going out on her own. So there were all this like, in a way, like independence that I grew up seeing her. And obviously, you admire that of her.
Of course.
So, and I think she also prided herself over the fact that, you know, she could like go to the market herself, she could do all these things. So like, I think, you know, one by one when that kind of, you know, stopped happening, I think like I'm pretty sure like, you can see that like I would say like a bit of defeat in her in terms of like she can't do all these things.
Jadi seperti anda katakan tadi, kalau macam mungkin daddy feels macam defeated macam itu.
Yeah.
Dan anda pun sebenarnya rasa emotional juga bila nampak perubahan pada daddy ni.
Yeah.
Tapi macam mana anda mungkin memujuk daddy, ada tak?
When she stopped being able to cook, I think we all, you know, involved her in other things. Like, so she used to be able to cut vegetables. I mean, now she can't do that because her motor skills are like obviously deteriorating. So she used to be like doing that. And then peeling she likes to kupit tauge.
Oh.
So that's her favorite thing. She's had a fall in end of May, like early June.
Okay.
She fell and she injured her hip, so she had to go for surgery for her hip. But before that, she could walk normally and quite independently. So, you know, she would take the baju from the laundry and start folding it and all that kind of stuff. So like all of that still feels like, you know, she's contributing to the household, and she sometimes fights with us with like, you know, washing the dishes and stuff.
I think itu dah satu yang paling penting lah. Self worth lah. Ya. Kalau boleh pada pandangan saya lah, selalunya ingatkan dia masa-masa yang dulu. Ya. Kalau mereka ingat masa-masa yang dulu, barulah mereka teringat yang saya boleh buat ini, boleh buat itu kan.
Yeah.
Kita harus cuba. Ya. Kerana kita tidak tahu perasaan dia bagaimana kan, pasal dia tidak boleh express.
Betul.
Bila kita tengok ibu bapa kita selalu ingat mereka adalah heroin. Betul tak? Mereka akan kekal, stamina mereka akan kekal, ya. So bila dia didiagnose, perasaan amat sedih lah, kerana selepas saya teliti tentang demensia, we realise ini adalah satu penyakit tidak ada perubatan, dan ia akan mengambil your self worth lah.
Betul.
Ya, ini adalah satu-satu yang kadang really weaken the human spirit lah.
Betul.
Ya, so yang penting ialah kami harus menjadi positif, prepare the family, right? Berkenaan apa harus kami lakukan. Bukan masalah fizikal saja, tapi yang paling penting mental lah, the mental strength lah, bagi the caregivers, the emotional mental strength to handle this. Tapi yang paling penting pun the emotional dan mental strength penyakit.
So, I would say like her deterioration is quite slow as compared, because we have a neighbor who passed last year, but so she was like Daddy's best friend. So when the early 2010s, I think there was a lot more mood swings. I mean, looking back, it's almost like she was aware that she was losing her memory, and then at the same time slowly losing it. So I think when you're aware that this is happening and this is going to be like this is your life, there's a lot of frustration and a lot more like fight inside, and hence that kind of reflected in her mood swings lah. Yeah. So like even if I was a little bit like in terms of my voice, like I was a little bit like angry, like a hint of anger, because sometimes she would take my things, or she would like put something somewhere and then I don't know where it is. Then she would start crying. And that it's, to me, when I look back, that reflected like basically she obviously had all these feelings of frustration and like not knowing what's going to happen, and that obviously triggers a lot of things. Yeah, so I think the first few years of that was like, I would say, the toughest, because at the same time we were also in a way accepting this is going to be it. In terms of mentally, like I think she became a bit more like childlike also, like towards the end, like now. So as much as she is my grandma, but I also feel like sometimes I treat her a bit like a child, only because like that's how, almost like her inner child is there, so you kind of have to like communicate with her that way.
Macam manja lah.
Yeah, manja, like very manja. Yeah, so the way you communicate also changes as they progress lah.
Jadi apa yang anda semua lakukan untuk pastikan yang kesihatan Daddy ni terjaga? Ada tak mungkin rutin yang Daddy lakukan setiap hari, atau mungkin anda lakukan bersama Daddy setiap hari?
Ya, I think penyakit demensia ni paling penting adalah rutin. Ya, kerana mereka mesti tahu yang apa mereka harus buat tiap-tiap hari, kan? So satu-satu rutinnya ialah pagi, bangun, sarapan, tempatnya selalu sama, di dalam bilik, kan. Dulu dia suka duduk di belakang kerana sebelah ada satu kindergarten, kan. So budak-budak kecil nanti datang panggil dia nenek, kan.
Wow.
Lagi satu yang penting ialah mereka tidak boleh duduk atau baring saja. Kita harus bawa mereka jalan, bersenaman sikitlah. Ya. Ini semua untuk kesihatan mereka lah. Untuk ibu saya muzik Hindustan lah, 70-an, kan, 60-an, 70-an, 60-an. Terus dia bangun, kerana itu satu-satu yang very familiar lah untuk mereka, So itu adalah satu-satu rutin yang kita selalu jalankan. Tayangkan gambar P. Ramlee, kerana itu adalah movie yang mereka selalu
dan mereka masih ingat lagi.
Masih ingat lagi.
Daddy got boyfriend?
No.
Got picture? I want to see.
Kakak bohong.
Cute
Give back all my money.
Jadi ada tak apa-apa yang dinasihatkan oleh doktor untuk membantu keadaan Daddy? Cik Abah?
Yang paling penting adalah sekeluarga ya, kita harus rally lah.
Betul.
Ya. Habis sikap sabar yang paling penting. Ya. Dalam ini saya sangat bangga lah, isteri saya pun adalah sesuatu orang yang telah ke depan ya, untuk menjaga ibu saya dan juga anak-anak saya. So ini adalah suatu indikator lah untuk sekeluarga, adakah keluarga itu bersatu atau tidak.
Betul.
Kerana ini adalah satu cubaan yang paling besar.
Betul.
Ya, sabar adalah satu perkataan yang agak susah ya, bagi ramai orang. Ya, tapi kalau sekeluarga kita
dapat bersama
berdangging bahu, ini boleh pun menjadi satu rallying point untuk sekeluarga jadi lebih rapat lagi.
Betul
ya?
sangat.
So pada saya ini adalah satu tanda untuk keluarga to spend more time with one another. Ya.
Betul.
Kerana selalu kita sibuk kan dengan pekerjaan, dengan kawan, ya. Tapi sekarang ada seorang nenek di rumah kan. So ini menimbulkan satu responsibility lah. Betul? Bagi setiap member in the family.
Syamim ada tak hadiri kursus di luar dalam menjaga dadi?
So I haven't taken a course in terms of taking care of her, but I've read up about, what it's like to take care of someone with dementia. So there is, one of the key things is that I've learned that as much as you learn to take care of someone else, you have to learn to take care of yourself, and you need to ensure, your cup is always full, because you can't really pour from an empty cup. So I think that's very important, and people don't really talk about it in terms of how it affects the caregiver.
Saya pun harus menggambarkan ya, the role of pembantu rumah. They have been of great help to us. Ya. So kalau kita ada pembantu rumah, ingatkan mereka, kerana mereka pun harus ada masa untuk mereka sendiri. Ya. Anak saya sudah ceritakan bahawa dia pun need some recharge time.
Betul.
So pembantu rumah pun would need some recharge time. Ya. Kita sudah membentangkan our trials and tribulation, ya. Sometimes our frustration. Pembantu rumah pun ada. Ya. So mereka pun adalah seorang human being. Dalam perjalanan ini kita harus menerima pembantu rumah sebagai seorang keluarga sendiri. Ya. That is a very important journey.
Pernah tak mungkin keluarga Cik Abah terfikir untuk tempatkan dadi di kediaman perawatan ataupun nursing home?
Saya tak pernah, dari saya muda-muda lagi lah. Ini adalah satu fikiran yang saya ketepikan lah. Ya. Kerana kalau kita boleh mampu, ya, kita harus menjaga orang tua kita lah. Ya. Tapi having said that, there is nothing wrong with putting someone in need in a nursing home.
Betul.
Ya. Kerana circumstances are different. Ya. If you think your parents need help and you cannot provide that kind of help, put them in a nursing home. Kerana saya ada pengalaman, sudah tengok some nursing home, and the caregiving is very good.
Betul.
Ya. So jangan merasa bangga atau rasa malu yang kita harus taruh orang tua kita di nursing home. There's nothing wrong. You are still fulfilling your responsibility as children. Dah makan belum? Sudah makan?
Sudah.
Sudah.
That's why I'm waiting for the special punya orang.
Siapa
Oh,
special
special.
boyfriend
Siapa
eh?
Daddy punya boyfriend
Datuk mana? Tan Sri mana? Dia adalah seorang ibu yang penuh kasih lah. Ibu saya adalah seorang yang selalu suka memberi, ya, hati besar, ya, dari kecil lagi. Dia dibesarkan dalam keluarga yang tidak kewangan, ya, kerja dari kecil, menjahit, ya. Selepas tu menolong bapa saya buat penjaga, ya. So dia yang membesarkan kita selalu ni. Saya ada 10 adik-beradik. Ibu saya yang membesarkan kami. So bila saya lihat kondisinya sekarang, amat menyedihkan.
Betul.
Tapi ini adalah satu-satunya perjalanan dia seorang manusia.
Betul.
Ya? Kalau bukan demensia, kanser. Kalau bukan kanser, lain. Penyakit lain. Ya? So, yang paling penting ialah tanggungjawab kita lah sebagai anak, sebagai keluarga, ya, selalu menjaga orang tua kita. Bukan saja orang tua kita, juga keluarga kita yang perlu pertolongan. Mana yang berhasil boleh tolong luar keluarga lah, ya. Tapi yang penting selalunya keluarga dulu.
Betul.
Ya. Tapi ibu saya ialah seorang yang walaupun dia tidak banyak kemampuan, suka menolong orang lain. Ya, itu trademark ibu saya. So itu adalah satu trademark yang DNA yang saya pun ambil darinya. Ya. So pada saya, ya, amat menyedihkan. Tapi kita pun mesti gembira kerana tiap-tiap hari yang kita berada dengan dia adalah bonus. Ya. So pada saya, sesiapa yang menangis bila orang kesayangannya tidak ada lagi, saya selalu ingatkan juga anak-anak saya. Tidak harus menangis kalau bila ada masa tidak mau spend time with your loved ones. Betul. So no point being sad if you do not spend time with the person that you love. So you should be happy that the person that you love, you spend time with, is going for a new journey. Pandangan saya adalah maut adalah satu yang kita tidak boleh lari dari. Betul? Masa yang kita ada amat penting. Wang boleh dicari, masa yang hilang terus. Betul tak? So the importance of family is very understated now, right? Because kita semua mengejarkan career, mengejarkan wang, mengejarkan hiburan, kan? Tapi apa yang ada di tangan kita lupa. Apa yang ada di tangan ialah keluarga, ya, loved ones. That's very important.
People think that caregivers or anybody who deals with dementia are very patient people, but I think it comes with practice. It's not that we're all very patient.
So it doesn't get better overnight,
so I think it's okay to macam feel frustrated, and then you obviously think, oh my god, like why am I in this situation? In that moment, you know, you feel that way, and you also feel a bit guilty for thinking that way. So it's a whole process. But I think just know that it's only human to feel all of those emotions. You do your best. You know, your best might not be macam the greatest thing, but as long as you do your best, it's okay. I think if you were ever in this situation, like, I think just be kind to yourself lah, you know, because not every day is going to be the same, you know. Some days are going to be worse than other days. So you just, forgive yourself for whatever you're thinking, and then you just start on a clean slate every day. Yeah. So I feel a lot of expectation you put on yourself sometimes. So that's also, you just try not to do that. The other thing is sometimes you feel this expectation from others, macam that will say things or whatever. But just know yourself lah. You are doing this for your loved one. I guess it's the same thing as people say about parenting. A lot of people have a lot of things to say about how people parent their child. It's the same thing in this situation. So just kind of put yourself in a good place so that you are able to give that to someone.